What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Fury here, and this month is starting off quite hot. We have the slot ticket event and the Atelier Valera starting up. And this slot ticket event is actually a welcome surprise. We're finally able to spend our tickets. So we're going to be covering everything about this event. Stay tuned because we're starting now.
I wanna be immortal, like a god in the sky. I wanna be a silk flower.
Alright, so here it is. Atelier Valera is back, and I've gotten a bit of a head start already. But this event is always exciting because it has a surprise class set or a surprise antique that some of us may be looking forward to pick up for our teams, as well as some awesome skins, and these are something to write home about. The resources are also good, but let's actually jump in and break down what we're going to be looking at, especially to pick up from here towards the end of the week. The Atelier Valera itself is essentially a weekly loot pickup event where just signing in every day will earn you 100 orbs, as well as a high stakes slot ticket, and just collecting loot from the campaign menu every 10 hours is going to give us our good amount. We're trying to aim for 2,500 ideally, but I know RNG is sometimes a fickle foe and will try to play us, but hopefully you've been saving some Elementium and can find something you like out of this event. If your team's been hurting for an antique, specifically this one this week, it's going to be quite the time to pick it up. But I'm kind of liking the class set on my own this time, just because of how the meta has been shaping up. Having food for your class sets, or even building up a warrior set if you're into that particular sort of career field on your team. That's going to be a decision for you. But from here, class set and Wings of Icarus are our top prizes at the 3,600 orbs. Wings of Icarus is a precision and attack antique. Skill damage is not that hot of an attribute to have, but it's welcome damage, I guess. But precision is fantastic to have on your drone or Esau and Jacob teams specifically. So something you can look towards picking up. We don't know if we ever get pink antiques, but out there. The warrior sets here is going to be a classic, piece of equipment to put on your drone, your Kratos, Fenrir, the spiel. But if you're looking for material for other class sets, so you working on mages and priests, this one is also going to be a good pickup with your orbs. I always tend to recommend skipping this one just because the new antiques from the shop have diluted its value, and for 3,000 orbs, it's probably just not worth it. This elite badge is a nice gamble, but again, with all the items we have here, normally this event is good for picking up skins or characters, which this week is kind of a pass. These won't really help you at all with many game modes at all, but this Gabriel skin is fantastic, heavily tuned, and it actually didn't come out that long ago. I'm surprised it came back here pretty quick. And this one also didn't come out that long ago. The Princess Kagura for Priestess. These are both wonderful skins to have in the collection. I don't know if you really want to aim to pick them up from this specific event. It could always show up in a Magic Card event in the future, or a lovely crate box with the skins. So if you were really inching to pick it up for your L3, L5 of these characters, this would be the place to do it. But down here, it's always a conversation about which resources to pick out. Chisels, I know, are always rare, but I don't really see the value of you spending orbs that we save a whole week for on chisels unless you're really close. Like really, really close to a Nebula Core 3 for an important character like maybe a Pate or Vivian, for example. But you should definitely ask somebody about that. Gold, there are ways to accumulate gold, so I don't recommend picking it up from here, because even if you spend 2,000 orbs, 40 million gold is not that high. You can kind of farm alchemy for a little bit. Campaign menu is always generous. Just not picking it up from here. Mainly, it's juice that you can look to pick up from here. 110 for the 2,000 orbs. Not bad value, actually, especially for free-to-play accounts that hurt for picking up juice over a long amount of time or short amount of time, however you see it. Having access to the juice from this menu, I actually do it on my free-to-play accounts, just because saving capsules and seals are a bit easier for long-term plans, but once you pick up the copies for your character and have the food, it kind of hurts to have an L5 at 250 level just because there's no juice. So that's my thinking on this. I like the juice personally, but definitely ask in the comments if the circumstances here apply to you. So over here, seals normally can have between 6 to 7 seals on average from this event. If you were close to completing a round before an event, or you're very hyped because you know there's a character that you want to have food for, having enough seals is always clutch. Everything else can skip here. Antique food, normally not recommended. Lunch boxes, if you're really close, can kind of be a good idea, but capsules are probably the most popular resource to pick out it from here. Just because you're going to get about 20, 21, maybe a little more. And for completing those rounds, always a handy resource to have for picking up the new characters. Right now, it's quite a common opinion to just be saving your capsules for the next anniversary event, and that's what we're going to be looking forward to. And don't forget that you can exchange your Elementium for orbs if you're just short of a prize. But if you're looking to acquire an item and you're a bit far, be sure to ask in the comments, ask in the discords, just so you have an extra perspective about where to use those resources that you are working hard to collect. Okay, so it's not just Atelier Valera this week, it's also the slot points. This one is quite fantastic though, because it's like the old gourmet festival, except this one is the holiday break. For spending your hard-earned and saved slot tickets, you will be earning some pumpkins, some ice cream, or actually these are crepes. Very nice. Seals and high-stakes slot tickets, with the actual rewards being a capsule girl, some runes, and as it has been in the last few events, this elite shard. But it's 400 points, which means you need 320 actual slot tickets, rolling them by 10 to acquire this. So 1600 total slot tickets will complete you for 5 rounds, and it's, according to my notes here, it's going to earn you a hefty amount of these pumpkins and crepe. 180 pumpkin total if you do the 5 rounds, and 1500 crepe total. So it's quite interesting for completing the next holiday break menu over here, as the name suggests. But just make sure that when you're rolling your slot tickets, you are rolling on the highest possible amount of the resource you're looking for. Let's come look over here just so I can give a quick demonstration. 250 gold is probably the average standard you may want to look for. 50k juice is not as high here. This one would actually be pretty good. 250k gold and 100k juice. You have multiple opportunities to prepare yourself to roll. If you can get 375k gold though, that would make it very worth it, especially if you get 100k juice with it. Just roll on that menu and just stack up some gold. Hopefully you can also get some luck with your 5-star character and maybe an angel and demon 4-star shard, as well as much antique food as possible. This is quite nice now that we have accessible antiques from the shop. So let's go on with this. Back to the actual event menu, so I can show you what the holiday break is all about. This has echoes, and people have been quite anxiously waiting for echoes to show up in an event. This one does require, although, 280 of the pumpkins, which are the harder material to acquire in this event, since you only get 180 for free from the slots. And there is another way of getting 40 more over here, but you have to pay 3,500 gems to get this Mii event, Mii copy. Okay. And that'll put you at 220. What's nice about that is that the most free resource you can acquire is this Queen's Crown, which is great for fairies, and 15 runes. Not bad. And you can also acquire this customized faction chest, which does have Vivian, does have Rogue, but does not have Joan. We don't know when we're going to see her. She's still sneaking behind the scenes, but I don't know what Yuki's thinking. So for this Angel and Demon box, which to everyone's surprise has Uriel and Izanami, I am very optimistic for next lovely event. If Uriel and Izanami are in there, we're gonna have to go ham. But any Angel and Demon copies you're looking to get here, you're going to need 20 more, from 220 up to 240 of these pumpkins, as well as potentially buying crepe from this gem store, which you get 200 here. It's gonna be 5,000 gems. Wow. And you get yourself 20 runes with that as well. Alright, it's gonna come out to about $40 if you want to get 20 more of these. And you're mainly gonna have to buy value packs, but I can show you the pack for that here in a moment. But to go from 220 up to 280, you will need 60 extra pumpkins and get yourself an Echoes with 30 runes. Now this path, unfortunately, or fortunately for some, does require an investment of $110 worth of packs. So let's quickly jump over to the pack section just so you see what you kind of need. You would need all of the specials. So the $69.99 and these two $4.99, that'd be $80. And then some value packs here, you would need 2 of these Sensor ones, that would give you 10 pumpkins total. That would be 100 total. And then 2 of these $5 ones. That'll put you at 110 total cost, but it will give you enough pumpkins to then pick up your Echoes. So depending on your circumstances and how you're looking to receive your own copy of Echoes, that antique is going to be quite valuable for Apate and for Kratos, who really need that extra attack and speed in the same antique. So for the actual Angel and Demon box that needs just 20 more pumpkins, you can just pick up $10 one for 5 pumpkins and this $29 one for 15. That'll give you 20 more, and that'll let you advance up to that Angel and Demon box if you were looking to pick up that last copy of any of those characters. So we are going to go back over here just so we can continue looking at the prizes, because for 10 pumpkins, for some people looking to pick up free antiques from the shop just for flipping a couple rounds of your slot ticket event, you're going to have clovers up to a limit of 4, which will get you 1 antique. Looking further down, these I believe are like little takoyaki omelets. They look quite delicious actually. Got some shards, got some badge, and we got some more shards down here. Now these you can use your leftover rewards on if you do have any. Some skin shop tickets, high stakes slot tickets, and then individual shard copies. Just a nice way to top off and make sure you use all your resources, because so far we haven't had any of these food materials come back. So just using these up once you've purchased the rewards you want will be the good idea. But just save all of your food resources until you're sure you're not doing any more slots, and as you're still collecting some from campaign, because these ice cream one, the crepes, my bad, and the omelet ones may be dropping in the campaign menu. So that's something to look forward to. Back over here in the gem store, I just also wanted to cover these seals for 1,500 gems is a very decent buy for the value, as well as getting some of these magaki. And then 2 limits for this 2,500 pack, which will get you 600 of the crepe for those high crepe value rewards. So this event is quite nice, especially for those who have been holding on to their rounds of slots. Echoes is a solid antique if you're looking to spend. If not, picking up a crown or picking up this copy of the faction chest will be very solid pickups for your team. We're looking forward here. Right now I think it's assassin that are set up in there, but that's what we have under that menu. So when we saw the infographic, it looked like we were back to the nice, simply put events that don't have so much action going on. This is quite welcomed, but I did want to cover this Red Riding Hood's gift, which has some of the best value that Yuki ever puts out there. Here we have the gold deal, which just go up by itself. Bring it back. This is going to give us 1 seal and 1,000 lunchboxes daily for 7 days when you make the one-time purchase. 1 million gold for 7 seals, 7,000 lunchboxes, I think is very good. The next deal for 5,000 gems is going to give us 5 capsules every day for 7 days and 2,000 chisels. So 35 capsules. Up to you if you're really liking that deal for 5,000. But the fact that it includes chisels also just makes it good. I would definitely consider dropping 5,000 for it. Just so I have the resources coming in and I'm collecting and working towards my next round for the capsule events. But over here, we have this shining angel of a deal. 50 food shards for 7 days. And our favorite, runes. 15 total per day. Comes out to a total of 105. That is an angel and demon copy. That is almost 2 regular faction copies of a Vivian, for example. This is a great deal, and honestly, for the price that they're offering it to us, this is almost a steal. I would recommend picking this up if you are looking to spend a little bit and have been eyeing a copy in the cafe shop, or have been looking to save runes for future characters such as Apate, Joan. Up to your circumstances. This is just a great deal, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's always going to be something to look forward to, and when it comes out, it's just quite nice to have sitting around. So let's just look at the packs here real quick. These are the value ones. They tend to always be not that much of a high value pack, but because they have orbs and some of the food items that we could use, it could be worth considering, especially if you're looking to pick up some of those high-end reward options from the holiday break shop. But here we have just an increasing amount of typical orbs, slot tickets, and these food items, which to me personally I don't recommend, just because the value is not here. These aren't tangible resources like seals or capsules, and for just orbs with the options that we have in the Atelier Valera event, it's just not there. If you're really trying to map something out, just pick up exactly what you need and leave it at that. What is nice about these Atelier Valera value packs though is that we get almost double the gems with each. So we have this to look forward to. And then over here we don't really have a skin for this week's special gift pack. The Elementium is always nice. And of course, if you're trying to work your way up to one of the higher end holiday gift pack options, you may need to pick yourself some of these up just to make up for some of that Elementium that you want to have in stock. But what is very fantastic and good news for so many players, Mio has an Ove skin, and it's quite a lovely one. She's being playful with the offering, and she's got that's Rumpy on her lap. And just overall a nice drawing. It captures her personality quite well, and it's a good deal. You're getting $10 off one of your offerings and a bunch of gift boxes. So with the amount of offerings and that competition that just finished recently, it's gonna be a nice pickup. And I know a lot of folks had kept their Mio's oath just because she was getting so much HP. This skin is just going to be nice to have on your background. I know Cinderfellina skin is out there and it's also very popular. It does give out more HP, so most people will stick to that. But this skin is just going to show up in a lot of people's mail just because they had their Mio oath. That's looking feisty. So that seems to be everything from this event's menu. I hope everyone has some fantastic luck with rolling their slot tickets, and maybe with the high stakes slot tickets we get as a reward here, you can get a good character and then roll for that Vivian or that Rogue. So I'm excited to hear about your adventures rolling the slot machine, or what you're working towards from this holiday break, which is well deserved. Actually taking a break from the holidays at this point with all these awesome events that have been coming down. So if you have any questions, concerns, or comments for me, or just want to share how your day's been going, I'd be happy to hear it. So that's everything from me today, and I'm glad you stopped by. Thank you very much and happy gaming.